Hi, I'm George. Oh, Jim, what are you doing? What are you doing, mate?
I'm trying to take a selfie. Not just any selfie, but a perfect selfie.
With the flash in that position, because that's completely wrong, and you know that.
So what are you suggesting me to do?
Because I've got just the device for you. Look at this.
What the heck is that?
I've mounted a flash on a drone, so now you can take your flash anywhere. No flash stands, ever.
And that will give the flash a better positioning for
Way
my
better.
selfie.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes, you can use automatic to position the drone wherever you want these days. You don't even have to fly this thing.
I'm totally amazed. I can't wait to find out how it will work.
So for the drone that I'm using for this system, I have this plate here, which is designed to hold the battery in place. I used to use straps, but I really hated those because, you know, they could never really be tight enough. So this plate here has this extra bracket on, which is used to hold the flash into place, and the flash is just held using a 1/4 inch bolt, such as this. And so, unfortunately, I have to do things in the right order, otherwise I won't be able to turn things with a screwdriver. Attaching this to the drone. The battery goes in there. You gotta keep those balance plugs well tucked in, because if you don't, they tend to flop around everywhere. And I've had real trouble sourcing replacements for those, so make sure those are tucked in and you don't break them ever. And it's a real pity that with this design I kind of need a tool to attach a battery. But the fact that I can use it on more than one kind of battery is a huge advantage. And you can see I used to have a gimbal here. This is what powers the gimbal. I've just taken it off for now to do this thing. Okay, so that's the battery attached on. And the flash is mounted on like so. Probably one of the easiest setups that you could get on a drone, get working on a drone. It's not like spraying water where you need moving parts. The whole thing is sort of controlled by electronics. And there we go, that's your drone flasher. Flash drone.
Hey guys, there are a few ways you can trigger the flash while it is on the drone. So, there are the radio system, which is very easy. You pull this on the trigger, and put it on the camera, pop it, and here it goes. And there's the other way, which is the optical triggering system. It's more simple because you don't need these triggers, and advantage of that is simply less weight on the drone, therefore more flying time. However, the downside of that is you have to make sure the light receiver is pointing at the light source all the time. So if it is not pointing at the light source, then it won't work. It only works when it is like so. So it just means that when we are putting this flash on the drone, we have to make sure that it is orientated in a certain position so that it can receive the ground signal at all times, so that it can be triggered by another light source. Like so. Yeah, so this is how you trigger a flash wirelessly from ground to the drone.
So Jim is adjusting the power of the flash to account for the fact that today is an extremely bright sunny day. And the only reason to use a flash on a day like this is because you want to take backlit photos.
Harvey, now. Taking off.
Now because we're men of science, we need to take a control first with no flash. Now let's see the difference with flash. As you can see, this is a dramatic improvement in quality. However, an open field really isn't taking the full advantage of this system. So let's go somewhere a bit more dangerous.
Alright, hey guys, we are in this lovely location. We've got fantastic view over there, which is absolutely perfect for a selfie. Now, the problem is that we have a steep cliff over there, and it just means that there's no way that I can put my flash unless it's in such a dangerous location, and I'm not gonna risk it at all. So what I'm going to do is ask George to fly his drone with my camera, with my flash attached, and he's gonna fly it toward that area, put some flash towards my face, and we'll see how it goes. George, my selfie looks shit.
Look, it's not my fault that you're ugly. We managed to put a flash up high and exactly where you wanted it. I mean,
exactly where I wanted. Look, did you not realize how difficult it was to place that thing exactly where I wanted? And did you also not realize I cannot put any light modifier on it? And also, lastly, I actually need another person to fly the drone so that it can be roughly where I wanted.
well, I guess you're both ugly and a bad pilot then. Admittedly, there were a few challenges with the system, and one of them was reliable triggering. We tried optical triggering at first, and that didn't really work very well because the optical sensor was hardly ever in the right place for that to work. Radio was the only way to go at the end.
Right, so we actually tried 3 different brands of triggers, and at the end we ended up using the pixel porn. Yes, George, pixel porn triggers. Anyways, it gave us pretty good range, and the fact that they are very small, therefore we decided to use that type of triggers.
You know, I don't think selfies is really the best application for this.
No, not at all, no.
You know, I think there's a new kind of photography that involves moving flashes that's never been done before that we could probably try in the next episode. And then we'll make some real pixel porn.